Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Talked about knives, ferro rods, and whatnot. Wondering what happens when you take a Mora knife and combine it with a Light My Fire ferro rod. Interesting. Well, what you might actually get is this. The Swedish FireKnife, which is an interesting combination of a Light My Fire ferro rod and a Mora knife. Joint combination here out of Sweden. This is going to be the first unboxing of this. I have not looked at it at all other than the box. So, let's take this bad boy out of here. Got a sheath. Looks very familiar, as you can tell. Now, it does not say Mora knife on it, actually, on the front. It's got the Light My Fire flame right there. Interesting little clip on the back. A little different style from some of the other Mora blades I've seen. A little thicker, I think. Better made. Little push spot there to get your hand on. And it does say Light My Fire on the back side of the clip, and there's a little spot back here that says Mora of Sweden, right back there. Not very pronounced. So, that sheath, looks about the same. Very similar. A little different. There we go. Take that out of the box. Little ferro rod with lanyard. Very neat there. It's got the Light My Fire symbol there and on a little plastic fob here on the back. And the blade. There's your blade. Looks very interesting. The steel looks very different overall. Just the angling on it, just the colorings, etc. Let me compare a little standard clipper here to this little fire knife. Fire knife's at the top. If you see the edge there's a little different, the grind being different. So, it's interesting. Don't know if you can appreciate the differences in the steel particularly there, but trust me, it looks different. Now this of course says that it's ground on the back to properly and more appropriately work with the fire steel. That may be the case. I haven't tried it out yet. It's got a little interesting hole there in the back side that you can see the fire rod, and you get this interesting little clamp there on the back side, which from what I can tell seems to attach and secure your fire rod, ferro rod rather. And let's see, there we go. It snaps into place, locks in. Cutesy. So that's it in its full form. Got a nice little lanyard there. It's nice. I always like that. And the fact that most of your Mora knives don't have that, I think that's a grand improvement. You can see your ferro rod right there on the inside and on the back side. Very neat. There's your knife, all complete in the sheath. Very interesting. Just saw these on Ben's Backwoods. Just got it tonight. Have not tried it out yet, of course. This is the orange one. They make them in several colors. Ben's Backwoods had a black sheath with kind of a grayer style handle and fittings on it. I wanted the orange. I think it's more visible. I just thought this was cooler looking for a fire knife. A fire knife should be kind of a fire color. Went on to Mora, or the fire knife, Light My Fire website, and they had them in fluorescent green and bright blue and some other colors. I can't remember. I thought this looked the best, the orange. I like the fact that this little rod here stores in the handle. I like that. I don't know how practical it's going to be, but I think it's interesting. The stats on this thing on the box say this thing is good for about 3,000 strikes. Don't know yet, obviously. If I can figure out how to get this thing back in there. There we go. Twist around a little odd. Temperature on the ferro rod, it's 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's going to light just about any bloody thing you need. 3,000 strikes. Again, you got your little lanyard here for general purpose with the knife or with the rod. So I think that's nice. This thing seems to be shaped for your hand and fingers very well. Some grooved indentions and all of that, if you see that there. So, interesting little product. I think I again paid about 25, 30 bucks for it. Let me show the blade again. Very different from any of your other Moras that I've ever seen. It does say Mora of Sweden on it. A little different typing and writing style text on it than some of the others. But that's an interesting blade there. I'm going to have to try and use that out and see how she does. Of course, they recommend you strike the ferro rod on the back side here. I'm not going to do that on the inside here in the house. But thought it was an interesting little product. Forgot to do a quick kind of preview on it. Well, I didn't need this blade. but I saw it. It was neat. I didn't have one. So, there we go. The Swedish FireKnife. Combination of Light My Fire and Mora knives. Fantastic combination. It's going to be pretty darn good, I think. I'll let you guys know how it turns out. MD Prepper, out.